Hi guys, welcome back to Excel Walk. My name is Martin Wanjohi. Today I'm going to walk you through how to create user-defined functions using VBA to identify special characters. Now, this is the part 2 series of how to identify special characters. If you missed the first part, I'll put a link here above which you can go and visit and see before you come and watch this so that you do not get left behind. So let's get into it. Now, if you're open to coding in VBA, you can create a UDF or a user-defined function using VBA. I'll create a few examples that you can use and you can also copy. Remember, I'll post this code down below on the description box. You can use it in your Excel. It's pretty easy. So let's get into it. Now this function can be used in Excel to flag any special character. So this is the function that I want to use. However, I have not defined it as a function. So the only way to do this is to open your VBA window. So for those of you who are new to VBA, the first thing you will want to do is to head over to File and then head over to Options and then head over to Advanced and then, head over to Add-ins and then you will find VBA around here. So what you will want to do is to just enable it. Anyway, let me not cover it that way. So for you to add this code in VBA, you will need to press Alt and then F11. When you do that, it opens the VBA window and you'll be able now to insert that function here easily. But before doing that, let me show you how to do this. So you will head over to click on that folder which is written Microsoft Excel Objects, right click and then insert module. Once you have inserted a module, now head over here and paste that function. So this is the function that calls. And as you can see, the function's name is exactly what we have put in our Excel. So I'm just going to close this. There's no need for saving. You'll save it later. So it's still showing here name. And the reason is because it has not refreshed. So I'm just going to click here and then press enter. And as you can see now, it is bringing back the function right away. Now, that is one way to identify special characters. Now, that first function is identifying special characters using regular expression. And regular expression is what we have written as what we have identified using special characters. Now I'm going to show you how to identify special characters using looping or for loop. So let me show you how to do this. So this is the formula we are going, this is the function we are going to be using to identify special characters using looping. So what we want to do is to write those formulas on the VBA platform. So we go back to VBA and then you can let us just add it here. And then you'll realize now we have two Excels. Okay, sorry, let me not do that. Let me just add a new module here. So I'm going to come here and paste it there. Once I've done that, I will be able now to identify using looping. So let's test how it will work. So I'm just going to close this and then I'm going to go to the VBA platform and do this. So I'm going to head over here and click insert module and then I'm going to paste the function. Now I had copied the other details. Let me just remove it. Now uh, once we do that, we have our code now. So let's check and see if it will work. So I'm going to press here and press enter. There you have it. And it is still working. So let me just name this. So this is using regular expression. This is using for loop. And then now we are going to check on the next one. I hope that that was easy to do. Hope you learned how to do it. You can let me know on the comment section whether it was easy, whether it was hard, whether it was a handful or complicated. Remember, you can still use just the simple formula using sum product is number and search function. However, if you want to automate, you can make sure that VBA becomes a part of your progress. And once you do that, it will be very easy for you. So you can go ahead and save this data if you want to use that what you have added in macro workbook. You can save it just as a normal Excel. It will ask you whether you'd like to save. Let me just go ahead and save it on the desktop. So I'm going to add it here. I'm going to write it book one, and then it's going to ask you whether you like to save it with these features. You can click no and then choose a macro enabled file type in the file type list, or continue saving as a macro free workbook. Yes. So you can choose which way you want to save it, because if you save it as a macro enabled workbook, uh, it will save also the macro that is embedded on it. However, if you save it without that macro, by macro I mean VBA, it won't be available. So having done that, I'm just going to proceed and save it. So I'm going to head over to save as, and then I'm going to choose desktop. And then what I want to do, I cannot save it as an Excel workbook. The reason behind this is because we have already inserted a VBA code. So we will want to choose uh, the macro workbook, macro enabled workbook. That way, it will be able to, bring back those formulas once we open it again. So I'm going to go ahead and click save, and then I'm going to close it, and then I'm going to try and open it again. Now, once I open it again, it's going to show me this notification. Don't be worried when you see that. You should be worried at some level when it is a different scenario. But in the case of this scenario, is because the only reason that notification is appearing at the top is because you have saved this book as a macro enabled workbook, and the macro is the VBA code that you have written on it. So you will just have to press enable content. So I'm just going to click here enable content, and there you'll have that formula still there, still working, and still as before. So I hope you learned how to use uh, VBA code to do this. Remember, we have just covered two VBA codes, that is using regular expression and using VBA for loop. So this is an easy way to do it automatically, because whenever you paste that data there and you write that function, it's going to bring up that formula right away. If you like this video, you can go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you like to support this channel, you can subscribe or share with your friends so that other people can know how to do it, and to also help us in the YouTube algorithm so that we can be able to be ranked where others can find us. This has been Martin. Until next time, keep walking.